So
That's a fact.
you was pretty much just trying to get that first overseas job, pretty much. So where did you end up playing? What was your first place that you played at? First country, first league?
My first country was Peru. Up until August 21st, I was signed to go to Chile. I was supposed to be in Santiago. My agent, we could talk about this now. I'm no longer signed to him, man. I don't even think he does agent work anymore. I ain't gonna give his name up, but my agent sent me to Chile, or someone talking about it. That's where I'm thinking I'm gonna go. Last minute, got extra money from a team. The team I end up playing on. If you know, you know. You could just do your research. Extra money for me to go to that team, and I ultimately end up playing in Peru my first year, versus playing in Chile. And at that time, Chile was a higher ranked country versus Peru.
Right.
Peru was 4th, Chile was 3rd. You know, so it would have made sense for me to go to Chile versus going to Peru.
Got you. So how do you feel your first season went?
Marvelous. I had an OG. Mind you, that was the year Steph Curry, 2015. That was the year Steph Curry first won the chip. Understood that you could stay from West Bubblefuck, excuse my French, and you could let it fly.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm out there. He tell me he ain't care about none of that because he beat Steph Curry in the chip when they was in school and conference. You know, so having an OG, you know, he was from Philly. And I also had a dude from Texas. I'm put his name out there, Titus Mims. Boy was a walking 40 piece. Like, they didn't play college basketball too because he couldn't, like, grades and all that hiccups or whatever. Titus Mims, yeah, you was a walking 40 piece. Facts. You feel me? So I got there and I'm with these two OGs, and it's like I come out there just like how I came in St. Francis thing. I'm at the wildest something. I need the next contract. Nah, bro. Nah, that's not how it works. Yeah, it's not how it goes. So they showed me how to be a professional. Showed me how to maneuver. And it was like, all right, cool. Okay. So it wasn't even about, oh, I'm in Peru. It was about just being a professional. About playing the game of basketball, getting paid, and carrying yourself as a professional. Because they the first person to show me, and I'm gonna say this on camera, there's no difference between what I was doing and LeBron James. He's making millions because everybody recognized him as the best to ever do it at the time, and cool, he's worth the millions, now a billionaire. But I was still getting paid thousands of dollars to do the same exact thing elsewhere. So when you look at it like that, what is a professional athlete? What is a profession? What is a professional basketball player? You know, we just get paid to do something. Like, you get paid to do your craft. You know, so I processed that, and with the help of them, processing that and understanding that made me have a good career, and not think about being in South America versus Europe type.
I got you. What ended up being the next stop after Peru?
So I doubled back to Peru because we won a chip that year.
Okay.
We played
Congrats.
we appreciate it. We played in the national finals. Same team that I talk about, his thing was I break the backboard everywhere I go.
Your vet, right?
Yeah, my vet. So my vet broke the backboard, and it was over after that. So we end up losing, and I doubled back just to win it. But from Peru, I end up doing a world tour. So now how 3-on-3 basketball is a thing now. Guys do 3-on-3, like you got the big three.
Right.
You know, Ice Cube League. I was doing that before then. Like,
right.
You know, so that's what I did after my first stop. You know, I went to Romania, I went to Mexico, international dunk champion.
Was there any compensation involved in that?
No, that's a fact.
Okay.
Big time. And it was more than, at first it was grind mode. Just be a part of it. But then when you get to FIBA, you know, you feel me, like playing for Masters and World Tournaments, then it became what it was, you know, so that's how that You know, there was always compensation in it.
Right.
For sure.
So you double back to Peru.
Mm-hmm.
You do your thing. Now what's next after that?
After Peru, I doubled back. I was coaching. I wanted to see where my life was outside of basketball. That was the first time I wanted to see what my life was outside of basketball. So my high school coach, he got a job as the principal. He told me there's only two people that he would get a job to. It would be me or my brother Musa Kone. At the time, Musa was going to Sweden. So, no, I lied. He was going to Germany. And he offered me the job. So I said to myself, like, all right, cool. I want to be a college coach. I didn't like how my coach used to yell at me for no reason and just tell me to run, and I had to run.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to do that too. How you do that? You just need 1 year of high school basketball. So when the job was presented to me, you know, it was like, all right, cool. But after working with certain kids, I'm going to speak this on camera, Jafet Thomas, Victor Castillo. Those are two kids right now that are now the head coach of FDA3 basketball. When I was there, they was seniors. I don't want to say I showed them, but I came and I coached them, let them know, like, yo, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Jafet Thomas played 4 years at Mega Everest. Victor Castillo played 4 years at Fisher College, D2. You feel me? So what was next was, in between the process and the grind, was to see what I was capable of. And I saw to myself, like, yo, bro, I'm capable of letting niggas know, like, there's more to life than just this.
Right.
And they went off and did what they did, and, you know.
So while you being a coach, while you're the coach at your former high school, what else are you doing? Like, what's the other line of work?
At that time, I'm just staying in shape. I'm working out. I'm making sure everything is comfortable. I'm making sure my family is good. At that time, I was dealing with a woman. You know, she was into massage therapy. Mm-hmm. My second year, I went back overseas. She couldn't do long distance relationships, so I took that business on. So I doubled down from having just a fitness business to just trying to go a massage business. You know, so I just was working, like just working, just working. Every time I step foot in the country, I shift the hat from, I'm not a basketball player, don't talk to me about basketball, I'm this.
So now, after your coaching, you've been overseas in Peru, do you ever end up going back to play professionally ever again, or are you just straight up joining the workforce?
So for sure, like, it was never just working. Like, I was always in the DOE. I always kept that. Yeah, I looked at it as a man. You always gotta have a job. Mm-hmm. So I understand my job, my career is out the country. So my job would be here. Mm-hmm. So I did the DOE thing, but I stuck with it. You feel me? I went from being a teacher to a dean, coach. Like, I did everything in the facet, like, in the DOE. That's, like, I don't want to say too much on camera and get nobody in trouble, but, like, yeah, I did everything in the DOE. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm trying to say? It was just really, like I said before, just showing these kids that there's more to life than these projects that y'all walking past every day. While staying in shape, being grounded, like, because I was still in and out. Like, I never stopped playing. Mm-hmm. Took a year off because I was coaching, or I was full off in this task and this needed to be done before I can engage any other contract. Mm-hmm. Despite what the number, I don't play for money. Like, no amount of money is worth my mental sanity. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So I do it because I genuinely love this, and I got a craft and I got a knack for it. So that's what that was, for sure. So when was the last time you played for a check? Summertime.
Summertime?
That was a fact.
Where you was playing at?
Every tournament that you think of.
Last time you played for
last time you played
for a FIBA check, man. Last time you played for an international check.
I mean, I played in the TBL, so I got paid. I was in the TBL.
Okay, TBL's alright too. A person could get some film and find themselves in a solid situation out of the TBL.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I got paid 18. That was more than my first year out. That was on stateside. like what? Like what? So yeah. So for sure, like my brother, for sure. Like the last time I got a check was definitely my lady. You know, we was expecting, and I'm a stand-up dude. I got drafted to be in Indonesia, and it didn't work out. And I ultimately wanted to stay home, you know, to see my first.
Playing the Indonesian league this year?
No, last season in the IBL. But we was expecting, and I chose to stay home. You know, my cool. You know, we didn't have a baby, so she understood I needed to go blow that steam off. And I went to the TBL team. You know, we had games in Canada and in Indiana, so I just went to go do that.
Rightfully. How was the experience in the TBL?
It's beautiful. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like it was beautiful. It was the first time I really felt like I was a veteran. I feel young. Like
yeah.
I grew up under the Scott Machado, the Kyle, you know, Chuck Bryants of the world, the Swizzies. You feel me? Like I went to the TBL. Me and my cousin Dean Miller. Even though he's older than me, you know, G League experience. He plays to this day in the BAL. That's the African League, Basketball African League, and over there. It was just like, damn, I'm a veteran. Like it was guys that was home because of pandemic.
Yeah.
Didn't play college basketball, didn't do nothing for 2 years, 3 years, and it's like, I'm coming off the jet just trying to, you know, just show y'all I'm nice. Like, I'm just trying to fit in, but y'all looking up to me as something else.
Right.
You know, like thinking I'm doing this fresh off the couch, bro. I was selling hibachi food off the food truck. Y'all wildin'. Like, I'm coaching and training people. Like, you know, so for sure, like, being in the TBL was definitely a eye-opening experience and let me know, like, you good, bro. Take pride in what you are, who you are, because you are that. You work for that. You know, so the coach gave me an opportunity, and I went there on some veteran status role. I had fun. I really had fun, bro. Like, one of the best experiences I had in my life. And it was stateside. I got to put that out there because it was stateside.
What squad in the TBL did you play for?
I played for the Medora Timberjacks.
Okay, where they based out of?
Out of Medora, Indiana.
Oh shit.
Yeah, word. I ain't gonna lie, it's less than
10,000
people in that country, in that town. For a fact. Yeah.
What was it like living in a town like that? Coming from a town that has 10 million people.
It was no problem because I'm a to myself person. The people in the community, when they did see you out and around, out and about, they was friendly, they was social, you know, so it really was no problems for sure too much. Everything was 100% like kosher. Everybody wanted to wait for the games Friday and Saturday. Like it was a beautiful experience. Like zero complaints, like no problems in that town. Like I didn't even know I'm still in America. I would have thought I was still overseas somewhere, for sure.
That's what's up.